heavy day. Now you hear the rumble from the ground, yeah. Trick, cheat, fraud, like crown is bouncing round, yeah. So let it be, oh let it be, since I'm the traitor. 6 times knocking on the door, while a chance of God is standing back to back. Death comes and running on a midnight train, back to back. Conscience is swimming to the end, back to back. Cannot let anyone do it again, back to back. I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my chest again. Lazy down, what a heavy day. With a clown and had a high old time. Nobody doubted he is true of purpose. Oh yeah, not knowing we had given up everything we had lived. All of an option, the next right here in this dead end. That's the back. Death comes running on a midnight train. Back to back. Conscience is burning to the end. Back to back. Blade is already on a juggler of pain. Back to back. It's now or never let stand. To stand. Give me a break, you're down. Just wanna get back like that's my kid. Lazy down. What a heavy day. Already back to back. Death comes running on a midnight train. Back to back. Conscience is swimming to the end. Back to back. Cannot let anyone do it again. Back to back. I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my dad's again. Lazy. What a heavy day. Now you hear the rumble from the ground, yeah. Trick, cheat, fraud, like crown is bouncing round. last chance we've got to stand back to back. Death times are running on a midnight train. Back to back. Conscience is swimming to the end. Back to back. Cannot let anyone do it again. Back to back. I can no longer pretend. Give me a break you down. Just while I get by my chest again. Lazy down. What a heavy day.
All right.
The lines of history are not hard to write. If you give it your all when you're in the fight, nothing here is set in stone. You can make this age your own. So take the stage that's set before you and get your name in lights. A place in history is not hard to make. If you give it your all with each step you take, nothing here is set in stone. You can make this age your own. So take the crowd that's cheering for you and make the rough and shake. You feel the nerves, but don't be afraid. Hey. 'Cause where there's a will, there is a way, yeah. It's a high-speed chase and we won't slow down. Pedal to the metal till the floor gets out. Come and get the glory, come and watch the story and live it all out there. It's tough as steel and you're sharp as iron, shining like a diamond when the pressure's on. Come and get the glory, come if you dare. You can be number one, thrill seeker. It's a high-speed chase and we won't slow down. Pedal to the metal till the floor gives out. Come and get the glory, come and watch the story and live it all out there. You're tough as steel and you're sharp as iron, shining like a diamond when the pressure's on. Come and get the glory, come if you dare. You can be number one, thrill seeker.
Alrighty.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Training Mode Network. If you are new to the Training Mode Network, we are a beginner and intermediate focused fighting game community. We run tournaments nearly every night of the week and community events on Saturdays. Speaking of community events, this Saturday, let me get the form for this from Google. The community event for this Saturday is our beginner and intermediate Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Draft crew battle. We will be having Burnt Bread and Moontide as the captains of this team. They are they're separate teams. They are longtime rivals, so it should be really fun. If you want to sign up for that, I'm dropping the signups in the chat. Other than that, we got a great bracket for you tonight. We've got 22 people. We've got only one person who can graduate tonight, and that is Emma Beautiful. If you don't know, to graduate TMN, you have to, for any game, you have to win the bracket twice. So most beginner and intermediate tournaments, to graduate and be banned from the bracket, you only have to win it once, but for TMN you have to win it twice. So but MF is the only person in the bracket who can graduate. Should be looking good from him. We do also have Cliff the Kid, who has been doing really well lately, so excited to see him and everyone else in the bracket play. I am joined on commentary tonight by Salty Boy and Teddy Treatbar. Good evening, y'all.
Good evening. Yeah. So, just to kind of introduce myself, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Teddy Treatbark. I've been playing this game for 7 years, and yesterday was actually Exerd's 10th anniversary. So happy birthday, Exerd, and I just want to thank everybody who is either A, just getting into the game, or B, have been playing the game for a long time. This game would not be alive without y'all, especially with TOs like Dove, who also have been running this game. It would not be an exaggeration to say this game has changed my life for the better. So...
Oh, you here for the Viggy sweep? Viggy sleeping tonight? Okay. I'm fucking with the Vision, Mythic.
The Viggy sweep.
Yeah.
So...
and Salty Boy is actually local to me, so I'm super excited to have you on now.
Yeah, Austin, Texas area. I don't normally do commentary. I don't normally play the game all too much. I have not been playing the game for 7 years, like Teddy here, but I've been playing the game for a couple years, and in that time, I've played the game a lot, learned a lot about the game, and obviously here am commentating it tonight.
Alright, so we do have one stream match coming up for you. Lucky Inkling versus Dunham. These are two new faces I've yet to see. Obviously, one of them is rocking the Kai. Kai very...
You did disconnect from Zoom.
Are you on the clock? Are you playing brackets on the clock?
Vicky said, if Great White does anything useful tonight, I've swept in my heart. Oh my god, no. Viggy, please.
Great class!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
While playing Exert, you know what? I respect the grind. It looks like we're having Kai versus
the grind
Johnny.
do not stop. We're about to get uneducated up in here. So Johnny, Kai, one beginner character, one widely considered the best character in the game. Let's get in here. Going with the 5P anti-air. Yep, going into charge stun edge Oki.
And now we're just playing. Ooh, being a little patient here, getting some hits in here and there. There's going to be a burst from Lucky Impling coming out, but Dunium still in neutral. Hits the overhead Greed Sever, and we're going into a full combo here. Oh, 2H counter hit pickup once again, and we're just racking on damage at this point.
All right, yeah, but Kai, Dom looking a little bit worse for wear in terms of meter here. Probably could use a little bit of meter himself, so going back to neutral against placing the grinder.
Okay, but what's important is that Kai does have at least 25% meter, meaning he can go for like those projectile YRCs to skip neutral here against Lucky Impling. We're just going to do red Roman cancel back up. I like it. You have a little more health to work with, so you can play a little more patient, and we get that charge, or not even charge, that's my bad. I'm so used to stride, but yeah, 5D going to hit and getting that combo there. This combo might be enough to kill. No, not quite. Lucky Impling going to burst there, and that's actually really good for Dunium because now Lucky Impling going into this next round without burst. And you're against a Kai too. That's something you probably want to have.
Yeah, especially when Kai does a decent amount of damage. Any chance you can get to get out of those combos, because on the right counter hits, Kai can really rack up the damage here. So already we got Misfire level 2. Not going to get convert off this corner here. 6K being the GOAT in terms of movement here. Tries to go for the hard knockdown, but drops the combo right there.
Yeah, I really like how Dunium is playing this game right now. Oh yeah, see, there's the YRC coming, Grinder to keep him locked down, and nice block in that Greed Sever too. Got hit by it the first time around, but is not going to get hit by it anymore. And once again, Dunium just backing up, throwing out fireballs. But the moment that he tries to approach, Lucky Impling is starting to take advantage of that, anti-airing him and stuffing that approach.
Alright, and we do see Lucky Impling just using those Misfinders to poke out and taking that run as you saw there. Just even if you're Misfinder canceling at level 1, it's still a good idea just to make yourself a little bit safer in terms of pressure. Gonna get that counter hit. 2H just to avoid the throw option. Miss Space is the stun dipper. Level 3 Misfinder. This is where Johnny's at his scariest.
Yeah, okay. Now you gotta play in this corner right here, trying to protect against Lucky Impling's approach. But Lucky Impling, oh my gosh, the side swap coming in from Dunium. And now you're going to get locked down by the grinder here. 5D going to hit. Lucky Impling not blocking high. Finishes the combo. Overhead going to hit. There's going to be another full combo. Not if you drop it right there. And Lucky Impling gets out without having to spend a burst. Dunium, on the other hand, going to have to spend burst to stay alive.
No pickup off of the RC right there. Blackbeat. One more guess for game. RC to make himself stage, tries to play more defensively, trying to make Lucky Impling come to them, and pokes out with the far slash. Dunium taking game number 1.
And one thing I really liked about that final interaction right there was you notice that in the neutral, actually in pressure, what he likes to do is he does grinder setup into H stun edge for the big oaky, basically just holds you down, locks you down. But instead he went for the S stun edge there in that moment because he could recover a lot faster and go for the air to stuff Lucky Impling trying to jump over. And that was really smart from Dunium. And I want to see more of that coming in.
Kai did not clash with level 2 Mistfinder.
Really careful.
No way.
No. Oh, combo? Oh, it drops in the middle. It's alright though. Johnny combos are hard.
Oh no, the Mistfinder whiffing, and when you whiff a Mistfinder, you lose all of your levels of Mistfinders instead of going down by 1 after a successful Mistfinder, so that's going to be good. No coins on deck, but we'll get the hard knockdown. Mistfinder level 2, gets the crop roll, this should kill, and yes it does. Lucky Impling taking that first round.
I didn't even need to spend a meter right there. That combo was enough to kill, and once again, another missed time stun dipper. That's got to be one of the most frustrating things playing Kai. I mean, Kai's a very simple character, but man, misspacing that stunnage and getting punished for it is one of the most frustrating things.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that Dunium is using Grease Ever as a mix-out option. When in reality, you kind of want to use it as a low crush option here. Very high risk, a very high reward option, especially in terms of the corner where you get Vapor Thrust loops. We got Mistfinder level 2 combos coming in, but drops it with the mash throw it here. Stun it. Alright. I like the grinder placement just to make sure Lucky gets fidgety and moves and intercepts him with the fireball, but Lucky Impling with a full stick of butter, full in the corner.
Yeah, that was really great. That's something I want to point it out. That the most important part about Johnny combos is getting that Y at the end, and he was able to get it there. Oh, Dunium getting that 5D combo. Lucky Impling going to burst that one. Didn't kill.
Alright.
Throw that picture to him.
What an air throw coming in!
Air throw. That was so clean from Lucky Impling.
Yeah, and just using that the tremendous start from Grease Ever, getting that quick air throw, tying up the game, tying up the set 1-1. So I would like yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, have a game 3 on our hands for our very first set. That's always exciting.
I do wish these players would try a little bit more in terms of trying to maintain pressure right here, and be more aware of the resources right here with the charge, with the grinder, using as stun edge to get those plus frames. Counter hit stun dipper.
Yeah, you're noticing one thing that Dunium likes to do on pressure is that after a few hits, he likes to go directly for a mix-up option, whether it be a low, whether it be a high, but all the time is like stun dipper, grease sever, or 5D. And if it's blocked, it's ending your turn immediately. So Lucky Impling is really taking advantage of that right now. And when you see Lucky Impling on pressure, Lucky Impling's being a lot more safe, going for a lot more pressure resets, and allowing himself to get more chances, to get more openings. And I think that is what is winning Lucky Impling the game right now. In the full combo, oh no, misses the ender, but it's alright, gets a throw at the end, and going for another air combo. Here's one hit Zwei, going to hit her knockdown.
Yeah, oh, the Blitz War coming in.
Very smart.
That used to be the name of the tournament.
Oh man, I remember those days.
It's been, bro, it feels like it was so long ago.
It was so long ago.
I was watching videos from like November 2020 and 2022, and I was like, holy shit, they were babies.
I wasn't even playing Xers then.
But why YRC coming in with the full combo, not so much. Ride the Lightning as a reversal option, going to get that single hit coming in. Mistfinder, full combo conversion. We see we got the knockdown, and do we do? Zai RSC, very strong option, but we mash and throw out, and we're mash and throw. Ooh, counter hit 2S.
Out. Oh, wow, what a conversion right there. I'm surprised that Jonium was ready for that. Grease Ever going to be spaced a little bit away, so we'll be safe on that whiff right there. Counter hit, 5D meaty. Here's the grinder. Grease Ever going to get fuzzy blocked. We're chicken blocking here. And now Lucky Impling is back in. Run up, throw. And the burst is faded. No, this is really bad now.
And now it's just one more touch and Lucky Impling will move on. So you gotta be careful not to burst that Mistfinder, because Mistfinder beats projectiles and it's disjointed as all hell. So you really gotta pick. So you generally want to burst at a point where they're forced to commit to the combo, whether it be at a jump, right after a jump cancel, or anything like that.
Okay.
I think that's the very first time I've seen Ride the Lightning hit a singular time. I don't think
that was odd. I don't think I've
happened.
ever seen it. Like, I've seen it hit like once or be hit out of things, but I've never seen it hit one time and then completely whiff the rest.
Yeah, the spacing was really off. So I guess that's why it was kind of just. It was a bit of a wonky interaction.
Yeah, you can't always be ready for that kind of stuff. But next up, we're gonna have Wilk versus AJ Shifter. So this will be Wilk on the Johnny, I assume, and AJ Shifter probably on the Axel.
Yeah. So AJ Shifter, I've seen this through the round. Pretty solid Axel. He actually won a Exer stat a while back. So, you know it. And I haven't seen this dude play in a minute. Hopefully the rust isn't too bad. But Wilk, another regular I do see in a lot in beginner practice, or even just like Rep Tuesdays or whatever. And they are not afraid to get into the Lions pit there and just play with some of the best players, you know? And I forget who Wilk plays.
Wilk plays Johnny.
Johnny? Okay.
He's been getting pretty good at Johnny recently. I'm excited to see how he does in this tournament. AJ also competes in a lot of our tournaments and has graduated BB tag for TMN. So always like seeing AJ in
That's
the,
awesome.
in the bracket.
Alrighty. But here we go, Axel versus Johnny. I'm seeing a very recent surge of Johnny's as of late. Like even last Exer stab was full souls in Johnny's. So
I'm honestly kind of surprised, right? Because a lot of times there's that that kind of thought that Johnny is a really hard character to play, but at the same time he's so cool, right? You just want to play the character, and it's super cool to see all of these players sticking with their guns, sticking with this character, and learning him, and also having like a lot of fun and making success with this.
I also think it's really easy when you're like, you can be like, well, the reason I'm losing is obviously not because of anything that's wrong with the character. I think that is, for some people, that's a very comforting way to look at your losses and your wins.
And speaking of demonstrating why this character's so good, had all day to convert that Mistfinder level 2 with the wall splat. Here we go, Mistfinder cancel into hard knockdown. YYRC, that's such a potent mix-up into box's eye air throw, but AJ Shifter not having any of that into the TK. Mistfinder.
Yeah, right now we're already seeing a lot of things that we didn't see with Lucky Impling. We're seeing these Zwei-handers being used as mix-up options and being used more consistently to end combos. And I think that's super cool to see, like, different playstyles and also different levels of knowledge with this character, because this character has so many tools, so much stuff to work with. And what a combo right there. I love how he noticed that he was going for that command grab and was able to avoid it so effectively right there. And I'm just going to take this time to walk up in front of AJ Shifter's face. The backdash! We're going to get punished right afterwards.
Have you seen the disjoint on Axel Far H? Like, none of his long, like, chain buttons have disjoints, but that button has the biggest disjoint I've ever seen on a button.
It will really just empties Wylander into an air misfire into a full combo. I respect it. Here we go. Get the stagger, but immediately bursting out. You want to take this round, but you ran out of meter to FD in the air. You gotta have FD if you want to block those air to ground normals. Into danger time.
No way, we're starting with a danger time. Immediate burst, you have to burst that, right? Oh, wow! That counter hit, Wilk!
It wasn't technically a counter hit, but it was a YRC to catch them in the air. Renson YRC being one of Axel's more potent tools in this game right here. Into the unblockable setup over here. JS, really good button. Oh no! You can't let AJ Shifter get started with his unblockables, otherwise that happens with running in with the perfect to take game 1.
Wow, we already have a perfect here in the second set, and this just goes to show why having to play careful in danger time is so important, because like AJ Shifter didn't really do any full combos. He was just getting a little hits here and there, but those hits start to add up so much over time.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of playstyle suits AJ Shifter really well, because
AJ uses really they, by the way.
Yeah.
They or
oh, they. Yeah. So AJ Shifter. Yeah. Oh no. So they. So it shoots them. It shoots them very well, because AJ is a master at kind of nickel and diming, and that's kind of what Axel does best. Has no real Oki, but is a master at tech trapping and just nickel and diming those small little interactions until you get a bigger hit. But speaking of bigger hits, goes for the super right here. Side switch. Yep, just maintain that space control. Just no need to come in. You just let Johnny hang himself.
Exactly, you outrange a lot of his normals and a lot of his specials. Oh wow, but Wilk's really smart usage there. Blitz breaking out. AJ Shifter taking a round. It still has burst on the table as well. Wilk going to get burst soon too, so AJ Shifter needs to start getting this damage up right now, and that's exactly where we're seeing burst. I like that offensive burst, and now AJ Shifter here is stuck in the corner, and when you're stuck in the corner as a zoner, that is a very scary situation, but AJ Shifter is showing that it's no problem breaking out and doing a lot of damage on the table as well along with it. But now you're going to the other corner instead. You thought you were out, but now you're back.
Yeah,
and Will putting up this pressure.
Yep, and Johnny missed final level 3, making his pressure even scary as it is. Losing to miss final level 3, going for the hard knockdown. Yep, here we go. Oh, waits for the reversal. Looks like barely scuffs it, and AJ Shifter will take the set 2-0. Wonderful patience by them.
I don't know exactly if that's patience at the very end. I mean, AJ Shifter kind of just put all of his bargaining chips, he put them all into the middle of the table, bent burst on his super, so that super would kill. And if it didn't, then he's out of burst, and he's going to eat a full combo afterwards. So he really was putting so much on the line for that one super to kill.
Well, I agree. I don't think the risk was as high as most people think, because he was still up around, right? And if you would, and if for whatever reason Wilk decided to block that super, sure would have lost burst, but he still had plenty of time. They would still have plenty of time to get that burst back in the following round. So it was more along the lines of, you know what? Screw it. If I died, I die. And best case scenario, I still have another. Worst case scenario, I still have another round, and then best case scenario, I win the set and we go on. So that kind of risk reward was definitely more calculated.
Okay, so next up we have Avery, dedicated, plays Bedman and Heyhun. But, oh no, the fair burst throw! So just Avery does pretty well in our tournaments, and like the Iron Man, he has been grinding this game a little bit more than a lot of other people, a little bit more than he used to. He used to focus, he's playing only Eno in this game, whereas he switched off Eno to Elfelt and Strive, so this is his only way to get his Eno fix, so happy to see him in our tournament.
Light the Iron Man, really, I previously remember for his plus R play, and just being a real chill dude, but looking pretty dominant this round with the with this burst soul steal coming in the very first round and taking that first round pretty convincingly.
And now we're going to start snowballing once again. Eno is very much a snowball character. You get that one knockdown, now you're forced to guess high, low, high, low, high, low. And high is going to hit this time. Look how much damage like the Iron Man is doing right now. One more combo will do Just Avery in. And this one might be it, but not if Just Avery decides to burst right there. You kind of have to too, because like the Iron Man is up around. If he wins this round, he wins the game. And Just Avery is starting to pull things back, setting up the replays, setting up the traps. And now this is where Bedman thrives. Look at all the damage, and suddenly the lead that like the Iron Man built up is completely erased. Just Avery snowballing right there. So much damage and such smart offense. Like the Iron Man being caught in so many areas that he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, you see both these, like you said, these characters are very potentially snowball. Batman, one of those characters has a lot of potential, has trouble getting started, but once they do get started, it is a nightmare to deal with in terms of a mix of an Oki. But this damage looking kind of nightmarish from Light the Iron Man. Needs one more touch, doesn't even bother bursting because that looks pretty bursty if you ask me. And Light the Iron Man will be taking that first game.
Eno does so much damage.
She does so much more damage than she should. Oh my god.
Okay, she has bad neutral. Smile.
Smiley face? Her neutral isn't even bad, it's just on the learn about.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
At least it's better than what just Avery has, right? Because Bedman needs to set these traps, and if you block any attack for Bedman, then those traps disappear. So Light the Iron Man has a lot of tools, like Chemical Love, for example, Stroke coming in, that can actually just erase all the
Did he
air
just throw them out of...
and a counter hit
out of bed slam?
Check out Oki, and there's the overhead coming in. Just Avery not blocking high. Now Light the Iron Man is on a set point very quickly, honestly.
There you go, King in with the Beyblades coming in. That's so tricky, but you know, you can only do so much when you're mastering JP. Yep, gotta blitz out of the bed slam. Oki and during those bed slam Okis, they have to be the one to incorporate the meaty, and the bed is what locks them down. Meanwhile, Beyblade is a true meaty, so you kind of have to hold it. And it seems like Light the Iron Man is very well versed in Bedman Oki right here. Yep, here we go. Bates at the dangle. Bates the burst again. And that
was very clean.
These characters have the potential just to snowball each other. All it takes is one knockdown, and you're like, well, I guess I'm not playing the game then.
Okay. Light the Iron Man getting a knockdown here. Okay, hits low. Except Note. Oh, Note doesn't actually hit, but it's okay. Just Avery still in the corner now. And Light the Iron Man has the advantage. Never mind. What's that side swap? What happened there?
Bedman has a very long wake up. I believe it's like 29 both ways or something. So, can't TK her Note most of the time, or it won't hit.
Well, what will hit is that JH here, and Light the Iron Man is going to take that set 2-0. Now, don't get it twisted. Those matches were actually relatively close. Even though it was a 2-0, it was definitely a matter of who can get that knockdown first, and sometimes that's just it, And they both these players know what they're supposed to do on Oki. They know how to convert. They know how to get damage out of their more common hits, and that is kind of what it's all about. There is navigating those Oki situations and just getting a little bit more off your hits than you probably should have. So, who do we have next on stream?
Next up, we have Junk Lion versus Hollis. So, Hollis is a Venom that does pretty well in our brackets. Has been working hard over he hasn't entered in a couple months, but or a couple of weeks. But then we also have on the other side Junk Lion, who is a good friend of mine. They are a Viking player from EU, so I'm excited to see him cook. Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay.
They're a very aggressive Viking.
EU. That's interesting.
Yeah, Baiken is one of those characters who has such an incredibly strong offense and an incredibly strong defense. And it feels like you're playing RPS with her, like, no matter what. You cannot avoid playing RPS with this character. And on the other hand, here we have Hollis with these pool balls, setting them up, trying to zone Junk Lion out for a bit, but Junk Lion's going to get in at some point or another. 2H going right under that jump in, and now Hollis, just can't keep that corner.
All right, but you got to be aware of those pool balls. They don't exactly go away when you hit Venom, so they're always ever present, especially with the backspin with coming in with the normals. Does Junk Lion have the dust loops? Nope, just gonna go for a simple throw combo. I respect it. Tatami YRC mistimes the air dash, bursting out. A bit of a risky burst because you can OS CS on Venom, but Junk Lion gonna take that first round pretty convincingly.
Looking very good. A little short on burst, but it's okay because they have that round up, right? And now we have a full combo here. A lot of damage right off the bat, and a nice overhead to seal in another combo, putting Hollis into the corner like last time, countering it, trying to escape. I like the spacing from Junk Lion because you don't want to be too close, but you want to be far enough away so you can actually punish Hollis on those escapes. We are just air dashing right out of there. We were playing so aggressive. You were not kidding, Dove, when you said that Junk Lion was an aggressive bike player. And you know what? It's working. Exactly. That is exactly what we're seeing right here. Yeah. This playstyle is working incredibly well, and you can tell that Hollis is a bit unprepared for it because Hollis is trying to set up these pool balls, trying to set up the zoning game, but Junk Lion is just not letting him have it.
Messes up the K-Ball Oki here, going for the burst to put him in the corner. Blows up the Azami, but Junk Lion immediately bursting out, just making sure that they're not the receiving end of any Venom shenanigans. Tick throw coming in from Junk Lion. Messes up the Tommy. Here we go. Gonna get a small combo. Do they have the combo? Messes up. What an air throw.
Now you're in the corner. Finally, Hollis got what he wanted. Again, we were just air dashing out like this. Why are we playing so aggressive? I mean, it's working. I can't say anything bad about it, but at the same time, let Hollis have an offense, please.
And again with the counter hit, Azami fakes the burst. Going low profile on the 6H.
Throw. We are bursting you into the corner. Danger time. What's it going to be? Oh no, a 2H fatal counter. Okay, doesn't get the full combo. Gets the command grab though. And now we're going to a full combo from here. Has a lot of mirror to work with. Are we going to see a super? No, we're not. We're just going to get this hard knockdown to Tommy Matt. Pressure. YRC. And we're going back to Tommy Matt yet again. Don't leave the corner now. And it's always Biken's turn. Command grab in right here. And that will be it. Junk Lion taking it 2-0 over Hollis.
Excellent offense coming in from Junk Lion. So Hollis probably needs to work on a little bit on just using their normals a little bit more, because I think they're a little bit too reliant on just setting up pool balls and trying to just basically force situations instead of just letting them happen. And you will get the setup eventually. That's the name of the game. So I think the key in that matchup is using your normals more. Had a couple of good 6Ps, just needs focusing on just getting that knockdown and then start setting up from there.
Exactly. We saw a bit of it earlier, but yeah, once again, Junk Lion's such an aggressive player that Hollis was just not prepared and was figuring that Junk Lion will respect the Oki, but that is not going to happen.
I always make it a point. It's to disrespect your opponent unless you give them a reason to respect them, especially in terms of set play characters.
Yeah, for sure.
It's important to show that you're not afraid to press, and sometimes it's better to present the option, even if it means getting nicked a couple times, and if it means okay, it gives you data. Okay, they're not gonna mess up their Oki, or they don't know their Oki. those are very two different sets of information. But right now we got Cliff the Kid and AJ Shifter. Cliff the Kid, an extra step graduate here. Love to see him. Love to see them back.
Yeah, Chip always a fun character to watch. Just super fast gameplay, always flying around the screen, doing some really fun mix, and we're seeing a bit of it right now, just moving around the screen really fast. But AJ Shifter doing a good job at filling up the screen, making sure that Cliff the Kid just cannot move the way he wants to, and stuffing so many of these approaches. I mean, look at this, AJ Shifter yet to get hit, and Cliff the Kid is struggling so much to get in. But there's the command grab coming out from AJ Shifter. AJ Shifter thought he was going to be a bit sneaky right there, and Cliff the Kid is taking full advantage of that.
A bit of uncharacteristic drops coming in, but we do have the corner Oki, TK Alpha Blade. Yeah, I got hit. So did you. Don't lie. Anyway, going in for the OS Kunai Super. OTG with the Gamma Blade, and that's going to clear the round.
These combos are always so cool. I watch it and I'm just amazed every single time a Chip player does their combos.
AJ Shit, they're missing a punish on the Alpha Blade, but we are going to get a Sparrowhawk stance sitting nice and pretty in that corner. I think is a highlight to AJ Shifter. They're not afraid to play in the corner, as you saw there, throwing out the throw option here, looking for a tech, going for JH Oki right there. I'm sorry, JS. Are knocked down.
Now they can finally get their offense started. AJ Shifter, oh my gosh, another danger time.
That's one. We've had 4 matches on stream tonight, and that's 3 danger times each match. For 3 of those 4.
I know that danger time shows up sometimes, but I did not know it was going to be this common.
It's honestly not as common as it looks. These characters that are going up against each other just have like equally weird disjoints that interact with each other in like the danger time-esque way.
Yeah, going in with the blitz, wait, and good wait on Cliff to wait for the other blitz so they can punishes the DP, crosses up, one more hit. Oh, beats the first, but you can't sleep on AJ. They will swing to the end. Cliff,
another command grab every single time. He's getting jumped by Cliff the Kid. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the usage of these command grabs. They don't really hit too often against Cliff the Kid, at least. Really good reactions, and is really blowing up AJ Shifter for attempting to go for these, which is not good because you want to be keeping Chip away for as long as possible. You don't want him to snowball like we've been seeing in those past 2 rounds where AJ Shifter has so much control of the neutral before, but the moment that Chip gets in, the moment that Cliff the Kid approaches AJ Shifter, it's all over.
And it's just doing really basic Chip Oki right here with the FD cancel with J2K, just really making it very ambiguous to tell whether he's going to hit left or right. And he's using the JS stall with the J2K stall, not FD canceling this time, but we have the reversal. YRC, just held blocked for just a little too short. Had plenty of time, and the way you can punish that super is you just wait and jump the second hit, and then get full combo punish. All right, but the Kid on set point.
Still on set point. And there's the teleport mix right there. Same side, AJ Shifter not prepared, and once again, like his same size, these cross-ups, and these are just catching AJ Shifter so much off guard.
My game fucking crashed. Okay, it didn't crash. I was about to be like, if my game crashed, AJ, I'd DQ you.
Wow. So AJ Shifter kind of just throwing in the towel there, and just conceding the game to Cliff is definitely not what you want to see. But you know, sometimes it's just better to just like, all right, move on, next round. And
it was a game crash. So
oh, it was a game crash?
I thought it might have crashed my game. No, that was AJ F4ing. AJ is definitely an
okay. No, never mind. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So yeah, definitely there, and it was a. Well, he typed in 2-0 in the chat, so you hate to see that kind of thing happen, but it's definitely, I will say, is is definitely important to kind of keep a cool head, especially in these types of disadvantageous matchups, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Shouts to Hellfire. I will die on this hill. Hellfire is probably the best comeback mechanic ever created in a fighting game. Do not at me.
I mean, it's the most subtle one for sure.
I will die on this. It is the best best designed comeback mechanic in any fighting game. I'll die on this hill. Because
I'm trying to think of other comeback mechanics, and I can't think of any at the moment, but I want to disprove you so bad.
Yeah. Because
it's all right. I'll give you it for now.
Yeah.
But anyways, here we have let's see, who do we have? We have Jack. Is that Jack Wachter? Versus Biggie Smalls. May versus Zato. Zato, not a super highly rated character, but also a bit of a difficult character as well. So not a good pairing at all, but it's really cool to see them rocking the Zato. Zato's a very cool character regardless, and Biggie Smalls seems like they're doing a good job with this character. We're immediately backdashing and giving time to let Bonkties here to or not Bonkties, Jack Wachter. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm just gonna call him Wack, but sorry, call him Jack. My bad. He's just swinging this anchor around, and Viggy just getting caught by all of this.
Yeah, you're going in with the meaty 5H here. Zato doesn't really have a lot of anti-air options, all really slow and pretty reactable. Zato really a working man's character, you know, and it's 6B going to the drill, has no Nibiru, and you can see Jack doing a pretty good job of just kind of hopping around, but not hopping around too much, just to avoid the Nibiru, you know, because if you're not careful, it's a fat counter hit, and you're going to eat a lot of damage, especially off counter hit Nibiru. Tries to drunken save the Dolphin, but it's a bit too early on that. May jump arc is so high. It's really hard to kind of pin him down with Nibiru here. Here comes the Blitz Shield.
And once again, we're just falling down with this anchor. Now Biggie Smalls can actually get something started. 2P back.
Jack is still...
That 5D.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta mash your way out, and especially if you don't have those setups airtight, you're really easy to get Eddie, and Jack can take that first game.
Yeah, those last two rounds were just very scrambly. It was just a lot of buttons being pressed, no combos being done, and we're just like kind of just like running all around the screen, air dashing, jumping all around. And unfortunately, that's something that Zato kind of suffers with. You can't really play scrambly with this character. On the other hand, Jack can easily play scrambly with a character like May, and we're seeing so much damage, so much of a lead being gained because of how Jack is playing right now, taking advantage of Viggy. Really struggling in neutral right here, but looking a lot better here in this round. Saw Blades up, Eddie is out. And once again, Anchor just falling down. That seems to be the bane of Viggy's existence right now.
All right, looking like Eddie, looks like Viggy finally found a setup that kind of works and blows up Jack's mashing here. Tries to go for the late hit on the 2H for the combo, but misses the charge on the Dolphin. Blocks the 5D.
You know, I think it might be really worth it for Viggy to just, you know, play more patient, right? Let Jack come to you, because you can just play reactionary, right? If Jack just jumps in, falls down with the anchor, then just anti-air him.
Yeah, coming in with that 6P, finally gets the proper anti-air timing. Goes for the Nibiru setup, catches for the Nibiru out of Eddie meter. There we go. Viggy showing sign of life, but we got the ultimate whiner coming in.
That was a lot less damage than I thought it would do.
All right. Oh, what an air throw coming in. Has the puddle. And sometimes if you're not confident in terms of anti-airing, just run under. Just run under, reposition, get yourself into a better position so you can react better. And it's especially hard with May because you can kind of just press buttons with her and get away with a lot of stuff. And it's very tilting, to say the least.
Yeah, hopefully Viggy's not being tilted right now, but I can definitely see why that would be a very tilting situation right now against how Jack is playing right now. Full screen supers left and right, Dolphins in your face, and jump up, anchor toss. Viggy, however, able to squeeze out that round just barely. And you know what? If you can take a round, you can take a game, and if you can take a game, you can take a set. Viggy gets that anti-air immediately now, playing a lot more patient, playing a lot more reactionary, and now Jack can't play exactly the same how they were playing before. Tries to go for another anti-air, a bit mistimed, but it's okay. There, that anti-air will hit instead.
Here comes the unblockable setup. Goodbye. Immediately bursting out. That's all you can really do at that point, but it forces a burst. Nice anti-air. Looks like Viggy got the download already. Nobiru, and just playing extra chill. We got the aggression coming in from Jack. RC can't finish the combo right there. Blitz and takes the second game going to Viggy.
Yeah, we're already seeing a lot of really important adjustments coming into this matchup that caused Viggy to win that game and even it up 1-1. We're seeing a lot more anti-airs. We're seeing a lot more conversions off those anti-airs. And we're seeing a lot, and because he's going for these anti-airs, because he's going for these combos afterwards, he can actually just straight up, get those hard knockdowns and get that pressure for free against Jack, keeping him locked down for even longer. And I also want to say these drills are super smart too, basically stuffing out these dolphin approaches, and also anti-airing if the initial anti-air doesn't hit for Viggy.
All right. Charge blitz, but it was a little too high up and wasting the burst right there. This is looking pretty bad for Viggy, but drops the combo. Then eventually picks it up. Jack on set point this time. All right.
Nice block. Yeah, there it is. The drill coming out once again. You can't just dolphin in his face like that.
All right, here we go. Oh, there it is. Another anti-air, but coming in with J2H. Viggy doing a little bit better doing a better job of anti-airing. This is what you have to do. You gotta keep cool with those counter hits right there. All at Eddie Meter, you're big chillin'. You don't have to approach. In fact, you don't have to do shit, but the life lead's instantly gone with the Hellfire Whale. Now Jack is here comes the Great White. No!
Oh no!
Viggy, you better make top 8, because that Great White did not work out.
That was so unfortunate. That was just a really smart final play there coming from Jack. You know, notice that the Great White's coming for him from behind. Is like, you know what? I just gotta go run. I need to close this match out as fast as possible. And that's exactly what we saw right there. Jack getting that one final hit, and one final hit was all he needed to close that out and move on to winners semi-finals, making it for the top 8 winner side.
I do think the Great White was not. I don't think it was a bad play, but man, you were throwing away a lot of meter, and you just need meter just to push him away. I think that meter was better sent just to keep that defense up, and I understand like they were just at the tip of range. It is a little bit. You hate to see that kind of thing happen if they just laid back a little bit more, and the clipping of the Hellfire Whale is just that was unfortunate. It was an immediate reversal, and immediately put Viggy on the back foot. So they're the ones who had to make the play, and that Great White was probably the safest play they can do, even though it kind of just goes intermittently. So
okay, so next up we're gonna have Sylvie, who actually she beat second seed MF Beautiful, sent him to losers. So she is a very good intermediate. Milia has been working really hard to get her mix-ups down, and then we got Light the Iron Man back up on the stream. So I'm excited to see these two play. This is Sylvie earlier a couple days ago, we're good friends, and she said, I always choke in TMN streams, and I'm like, you're not gonna do it this time, Queen. So I hope she doesn't. Let's go.
Yeah, hopefully not, but you have the you have an opponent set out for you right now. Light the Iron Man. We saw how strong Light the Iron Man was as well on that rapidly improving with his character. And Teddy, I know you play Milia, so how do you think this matchup is going to go?
This is actually pretty in Milia's favor, honestly. Milia has better neutral tools, better air buttons. However, it's definitely a much more polarizing matchup because Eno can just get that one knockdown, and it can just be all over Milia. All right, going from the meaty disc setup, nice. Okay, the H-disc is not real, so Light had plenty of time to jump out, and already we're having this scene Yoki. Great blocks from Silly, but gets clipped by the low, and this is how this match is supposed to go. One knockdown can all it takes, with the air throw coming in, stroke the victory, nice far slash to interrupt the hover dash.
Counter hits here, Light the Iron Man pushing, Sylvie close into the corner, and the Chemical Love trying to approach. Grab coming out, disc setup coming out, and there will be a hit going to a full combo.
Oh no!
And now this is the time for Sylvie to snowball.
Yeah, but you got the Bad Moon hard knockdown because it is like height dependent. Oh, barely using YRC, gets a pin, tries to air through the dive, but unsuccessful. You just gotta sometimes you just gotta let her fall down and just take the small punish you got. JP is your best friend in this matchup. Here comes another great confirm. That's what I like to see. But with lightweights, you gotta. If you're not sure, end with the H pen. You'll still get the meaty disc Goki, I promise. Another side switch. Light the Iron Man's getting hit up with these cross-up discs. So great block for coming in for Sylvie. Great interrupt. Messes up the disc Oki YRC. Clashes with note. Yes, it does clash with note, making an idea just to get rid of the note. And using that Bad Moon to crush whatever remaining guts that Eno has.
Now we have a final round here in game 1, and now Light the Iron Man is going to press the advantage. Getting the snowball, getting these knockdowns, and so much health is already gone for Sylvie. This is not looking good. Counter hit with the Chemical Love. One more combo afterwards is going to do it. Low, going to connect, and there's a burst at the last possible moment. Sylvie still holding on, pushing Light the Iron Man into the other side of the screen. Takes the burst, but the air throw coming out from Light as Light escapes that situation just narrowly to take that first game.
Oh, and they had the right idea. They messed with the disc Goki there. There's going to be late disc Goki, and could have easily dropped, turned that game around. You do got a bit of a black beat. Milia kind of a hard character to combo, to be quite honest. VCL YRC. Stuff stroke with the low option. That is the right answer there. 2K or 2P. Those are really good options to stuff that option. That is not a real meaty disc here.
Hey, it hits either way, and there's a throw coming out. Setting up the disc once again. Light the Iron Man going to get hit this time. Bad Moon going to kill.
Yep, and if it didn't, it was going to set up for a hard knockdown. So, good stuff to Sylvie. I'm really liking that they've really got their Bad Moon routes blocked, especially, and what separates a good Milia from a great Milia is their ability to play it without pin. So you gotta learn how to be a little bit more stingy with your pin, and just using it when you absolutely need it. Right here, this is a perfect example. You're stunned by Milia in the year 2024.
Light, honey, we cannot be getting stunned by Milia. We bashed on too many digitalises.
Oh my gosh. How does that even happen?
That's what I'm saying.
You mash. That's how it happens.
Masher, Your Honor.
You just refuse to block on Wake Up. You don't like blocking. You said blocking's for math nerds.
Yeah, and to be honest, right?
Does getting counter hit by pin do a lot of stun?
No, but it does a lot of stagger.
Okay.
So it's not really what generates the stun. Probably the most stun generating moves that Milia has is Digitalis. Using the RC there, making sure they don't drop it. I respect it. Going with a bit of a wacky conversion right here. Oh, tick throws. Oh, another throw. These players are throwing each other. TK, Turbo Fall. Hard. Oh, it's not a hard knockdown. Was that the right height? For lightweight, you generally want to do IED bad move. A bit of a trickier input, but well worth it if you get the knockdown from it. One more hit to get the knockdown. Staggers with 2K. Iron Man on set point.
There you go, immediate counter hit, dive, a throw coming out. We're constantly seeing so many throws. These players do not want to block at all. And you know what? Having a strong defense is not just about blocking. It's about knowing when to mash. But again, it's knowing when to mash, not mashing all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, blocking is just a very safe option to do.
A bit of a risky, and it was a bit of risky burst to kind of close, the burst that close because maybe they can OS and just punish you and block it, or even air throw it if they're quick enough. All right, YRC grabs the pin instead, not worry about this Goki. Another air card. TK Bad Moon. No, you gotta use H pin, not at the right height. Oh no!
Oh no, this is it.
You have to burst there.
Yeah, like the Iron Man just backing up, trying to zone Millia out, and it turns out to be successful. Sylvia getting knocked out by Light the Iron Man as Light the Iron Man moves on to winners semis to play against Jack May versus Eno as Sylvia gets dropped down to loser's side. One more chance to make it into top 8, and you know what? I think Sylvia has it in her to make it all the way up there. That was just very clean Millia play.
Yeah, just needs to work on the height specific stuff, especially in terms of like lightweights. Generally in terms of lightweights, the metric I always use is can you hit their knees and can you hit their either knees or pelvis are probably the best ways to know for sure that you're going to get a hard pin knockdown. It is. But if you're not sure, especially in terms of life play, just go for the H pin. You'll still get the meaty disc. And especially in the corner, you'll still get the meaty disc setup.
But now we have a really fun set coming out for y'all. Cliff the Kid versus Chunk Lion. We've already seen plenty of both of these players already. Once again, Cliff the Kid, a regular here, a very regular chip, and consistently makes top 8. As we're seeing right here, we're qualifying for winners finals, y'all. And,
I will continually shield that he is an extra step graduate. Cough, cough. Enter exit smile. But this TMN bracket looking very hella tough for y'all beginners right here.
Cliff uses Nathan, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And this is going to be a very explosive matchup, right? Once again, Chip is always that character that's going to play neutral really well and can snowball really easily. But Baiken, on the other hand, has a lot of really strong defensive tools that will really change how Cliff the Kid has to structure their pressure, structure their offense against Baiken. Because if you get hit even once, you know, things are not going to be looking very bright for you.
Ooh, you have.
Oh, very good defense from Cliff right there. Stuck in the corner, but did not let that phase them. Immediate teleport overhead going to connect, and there's the parry coming out, but because that was a cross up, I believe, that triggered the parry, but you know, completely avoided it. And that's going to be one of the critical things about this matchup right here, is that Chip can just avoid some of these parries, follow-ups that a lot of characters can't.
All right, going in for the throw setup with Suzerain here. SEC cancel with the J2K. Going for the mix. Oh no, we're gonna go for the Guts Crush right here. Is it enough? You might know it's burst seed. You can't be doing.
Well, Cliff the Kid takes that first game there. I always love those staircase combos with Chip, where you're just seeing the 5P, 5K, 5P, 5P.
Yeah. And the worst part about those combos is all burst safe. They can OS every single hit of one of those things, and if you press burst, it's getting thrown. So already going in with the TK Alpha mix up, but you know who needs to guess left or right when you got a zombie, you know?
I remember how Clip the Kid, I said, like, had very good reactions, was basically jumping every single one of Axel's command grabs against AJ Shifter. We're seeing the same thing right here. Junk Line trying to go for these command grabs, and Clip the Kid doing such a great job at reacting to them and responding accordingly with these jumps and taking back their turn, if not a full combo right afterwards. We're going for the 5D. Into the corner we go. Tries to go for a sneaky cross-up right there, but Junk the Lion not phased. This combo should be enough to kill. No, not quite, but that projectile is going to be enough to kill anyways. Both players with burst, and we're going into this next round.
Yeah, and it's definitely, especially when you get that homing dust attack, it is a three-way mix-up there. You can go left, right, or even just anti-hop low. It's very disgusting. And it's the only real thing that Chip has left from Rep 2.0. Oh, counter hit, P, fall off from the zombie, going to get a hard knockdown. Tatsumi immediately instant blocking, trying to build up a meter, backdashes to Tetsuzan-sen.
Alright, oh, tries to go for the overhead, and we're just banning Super right here. No! Fails the punish. Cliff the Kid trying to go for something really sneaky, really cheeky right there.
Oh, what an arrow throw to throw the delay air dash back, trying to sneak in a sneaky cross up right there. Yep, cross up again. This is going to be another TK Alpha Blade setup. Nope, doesn't teleport this time. Kunai setup. Very Azami safe, but unfortunately, there's only so much you can do against that, and Cliff the Kid is going to take that set 2-0.
Kid just looking so strong right now, yet to drop a single game in this bracket so far. 2-0 Lucky Impling, 2-0 AJ
They
Shifter,
might earn,
and now 2-0 Junk Lion.
They might earn their first win tonight. Yeah, I think they are going to earn their first win tonight. They have been grinding this game almost damn near non-stop.
Yeah, and that would be really cool to see, right? Because last top 8 or last tournament, Cliff the Kid got second place, so just one placement away from first right there. And now Cliff the Kid basically secured at minimum third place, and you gotta be feeling really good about that. But third place is only third place, and you want to get that first place finish as always. That is the point for most of these players coming in right now, and it looks like that's going to be the point for these two players coming up, like the Iron Man and Jack Wachter. May Eno versus May. I do expect this one to also be very scrambly. Alright, skipping through the intros, we're just getting straight to business. And straight to business indeed. 5H to start us off. Immediate burst coming out from Jack. We're not holding that. Get thrown into the corner. And we're just
Bro did not just wake
right
up charge 6P. Bro. Jack is crazy.
Yeah, that was definitely an option of all time.
So I didn't give you all the background. Jack is a very good plus R May. And I've been trying. He's gonna be toxic. Yes.
All right, President. Okay, you can definitely tell. Now that you say that, I can definitely see the plus R habits just really letting those dolphins fly. You know, and they are definitely not as good as they are in plus R. Again, so you have to be a little bit more methodical in your neutral in order to really get the most out of your dolphins. And like the Iron Man, this is what happens if you don't use your dolphins properly like that. What a side switch! I bet he wasn't even expecting that, and is able to convert off it nonetheless. Another one coming in. You gotta be careful with those dolphins, and that's what happens if you're just too reckless with the dolphins.
Yeah, the hitbox of that normal right there for Eno is just so good, and unintentionally I feel like the Iron Man's like unintentionally getting these counter hits with just by throwing out.
I think he's trying to throw, and then just the 6H comes out. The 6H comes out in 5 frames. In every other game it comes out in 7, but it comes out in 5 in this game. Because this game was made for sickos and evil people.
Uh-oh. Get the ultimate wider. Not gonna land all the hits because it kind of threw him up there.
That was a bit of weird and awkward spacing. Ooh, gets the combo off a dive kick. It's going to be a black beat, but it's okay. Light Iron Man going to spend burst right there. I'm not too sure about that decision.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And Jack going to take that game. You have... And Jack seems like the kind of player who just throws buttons out. And you're like, okay. and he's like, all right, deal with them. If you don't, it's like that Simpsons meme, you know, where, you know, Bart's like swinging his hands around, and he's like, I'm just gonna do this, and if you get hit, it's your own fault. I feel like that's how Jack plays, and it is surprisingly effective right now.
I feel like going into really any Jack matchup, it seems like, you don't really have to do much. You just need to play patient, you need to check for his habits, and then once you start noticing his habits, which are very clear right now, then you can start to stuff those approaches, you can start to get those counter hits. And we saw glimpses of that with Biggie in that set before, and I'm interested to see if Light the Iron Man can make those similar adjustments, because Jack is having such a good lead right now. This will kill right there, that 2H falling down on his head once again. That might be like the 50th time it hit today, and that's a round up.
Alright, TK, no, with the IAD. Yep, hard knockdown. VCL YRC, this is going to be a huge hit. Alternatively, you know, you can just not let your opponent play the game. That's also an option here. And Light is not giving Jack a chance to even interact.
Interacting there, though. 6H going to connect. And now you are getting thrown into the corner, but we're just mashing right out. Light the Iron Man knows.
Okay, one thing I need y'all to know. He is not doing... he is not threatening overhead on wake up at all. You can just block low. You're getting hit by these 2Ds after 5H. He's not doing any setup where he can hit you overhead. Just block low.
Yeah, I think he heard you try to do a 6K right there, and nice. All right, Light the Iron Man finally getting a round in, and like Dove said, the threat of overhead is pretty much non-existent at this point. Okay, as I say that, he does a 6K.
I mean, but even then, you can fuzzy block the 6K into the 2D. Like, it's this round's over.
No!
Oh no!
Oh my god!
He tried to be toxic, and it did not work.
I think he thought because it was gold IK it would work, but that's not the way gold IK works.
No, it does not. But it doesn't matter, because Jack is gonna take that set 2-0 and moving on to winners finals.
Who's gonna put a stop to this May? On a rampage right now.
Yeah, you have. So I think at this point we are going to dip down to the losers here. Dove, what do we got? Who do we got in terms of losers matches right now?
So we got Clip the Kid and Jack Wachter sitting up in winners finals. Down in losers we got Ostman versus Just Avery. I think Ostman, he does well in our plus R tournament. I think he plays Slayer in this one too. And Just Avery, winner gets Light the Iron Man. And then we got Biggie Smalls and Sylvia, winner gets Junk Lion. So next up we're gonna get Ostman and Avery.
Alright, yeah,
Ostman is a very good intermediate Slayer in plus R, but I have not seen him play this game, so I'm interested.
Well, I do think like a lot of plus R Slayer stuff does transfer over a lot, surprisingly more than you think. It's just the YRC, it's a little bit wonky, but it's nothing that players can't handle, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like it is a very strong option. It's very neutral altering, so to speak, but at the same time, it's still Guilty Gear. So if you have any experience with any of the other games, really, or just fighting games in general, then you should fare fine. But yeah, I think Ostman versus Avery is going to be our first match coming up for losers round 4. And yeah, there we go. Just as I say it, speak of the devil. Is that a Potemkin player?
No, it's Slayer, I believe.
Oh, Slayer, you said you're right.
Yeah.
Right. I always look at the avatars and I'm like, I know it's not always correct, but I just like guessing.
I actually make it a point not to choose an avatar head of the character I'm playing. I don't know why it makes me feel weird.
I mean, I'm here rocking Robokai. Robokai's not even playable in this game.
Nah. No, I rock the character I play. I don't care.
She's also your wife. I mean, like, if my wife was like, you have to wear my head in the lobby, I'd probably do it.
Yeah. Yeah. if
Come
I
on,
don't,
Osman, get those goals.
um,
I believe in you.
if I don't, I'll just get a very cold, disappointing stare. But anyway, we have just Avery, Slayer, and Batman. These are two kind of working man characters there. Slayer probably having the best defense in the game, so Batman might have a little bit of trouble just locking them down, you know. And
Remember how you
go ahead.
remember how you said before that Just Avery we believe would make top 8. Well, Just Avery here made top 8 and already starting off with a very strong start. You said that Slayer has a strong defense, but you know when to mash, when to press out, and there we have it. We are mashing right out 6P, get thrown into the corner.
Are going in with the task A, Deja Vu right here. Beyblade, but immediately going into the super blocks. OTG already, Slayer's in Hellfire. Just Avery just taking a little bit more of a zoning approach this time. You don't have to approach under pressure with the stagger, with the throw. 6H.
For Osman, Just Avery, you see it back up, and there it is. Now hit right there. As Just Avery takes the first round of the set. It did come down very close. We're immediately just jumping in, a Saw Blade down, JH, and we're just keeping this mix going. Osman has not been doing a great job at blocking these overheads, and you can tell that Just Avery is taking note of that and really squeezing out as much damage as she can with these openings.
Yeah, there, missed the YRC timing of Helter Skelter right here. Using the delay command air dash just to see what Osman is doing. Oki with the JD, a very quick game 1 coming in from Just Avery.
Yeah, really strong. It didn't feel like Osman had many opportunities to really turn that around, except for that one big point where he jumped out, mashed out, and then 6P in the corner for that wall bounce. But Slayer's a very explosive character, and things could easily turn towards Slayer's favor, as we're seeing right here. Just Avery now is having some trouble. Yeah, there's RC, and that's going to bait the burst. It's okay though. Just Avery back throw instant, get into the corner. Now the traps are set up. This is Bedman's time to shine.
Yeah, not even BDC can really help you in this situation right there, because Bedman can really stick out a normal along with the Deja Vu, but we got some throw setups. Yet again, another throw. Are we going to see another counter hit 6K? Another throw, and Osman showing a reversal this time. Going to take that first round.
You know what? That's one way to do it.
Immediate under pressure, but we got the hard knockdown coming in with the Beyblade. Quick poke out with the 2P. You gotta watch out. Letting the Saw Blade rod. All those hits are overhead.
Going into the corner, Just Avery has full meter, and we're going to spend it. Immediately gets blocked, and then Just Avery can start their pressure once again. Overhead, going to connect. Counter hit 2. Has meter, going to spend it. Not enough to kill.
Just one more guess for game, but we guessed wrong with the 5K coming in. Clutch. Osman tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, very strong game 1 for Just Avery, but Osman turning that around, having a very strong game 2. Now we're even up, and honestly, now it could go. It could go either way for any of these players right now. Osman keeping Avery in the corner, taking burst early. That's a really good sign as Slayer, because now you can't burst from those combos. Great air-to-airs as well, noticing the moves that Just Avery likes to use, and we're just anti-airing that super coming down. Osman choosing to burst there, and now both players without burst. However, Avery has that mirror advantage. And next,
got that Oki coming in, and wow, what a round from Avery. This time Avery on set point.
Backdashing out, throwing at the fireball, playing more patient. Slayer does have a very limited approach too, so there's very many ways that Bedman. I mean, Bedman is not necessarily the strongest zoner, but can zone out Slayer in certain situations.
Alright, going in for the Beyblade Oki, double overhead, tries to go for the tick throw, but Osman not having it. Another tick throw, double overhead, another tick throw. Gold burst, working with a full stick of butter. Counter hit, JH. Or
Yeah, but will
JS.
Osman even be able to use it? Super coming out, dead on time.
No, but
Just Avery has burst on the table, has almost full meter to work with as well. We're just backing up right now. Play patient, blocks the overhead. There's the blitz shield coming out. It's the corner, you go. Now just playing
taking their-
patient once again, taking their
Best-
time with this. Filling up the space, can't let Osman just approach for free. And we are just one hit away for both of these players. But we are just going to pile driver right in. Osman is not here to be patient as we even up the rounds. Osman, however, with the burst advantage and has the pressure advantage right now going in.
Alright, going into
Just
the Beyblade Oki, gets hit overhead this time. That task is still out and about. Beyblade coming in. Another Beyblade, just keeping it simple. I like it, just like using the simple opening, but dead on time. Catches them, tries to go for an air throw, but JH coming in from Slayer. JK, good fuzzy mash from Avery. Stuffs the approach on the Danny step. Beyblade, this is looking pretty bad. RC's not enough to kill quite just yet. RC's Hellfire on Eternal Wings here. And just Avery barely squeaks it out with a bit of a scramble situation from 5H.
That came down so close, and those supers are doing so much weird for Osman right there. You know what? I apologize. I got the Slayer super names wrong. I felt pretty confident about them, but you know what? I stand corrected, and now now Osman, unfortunately, out of the bracket. But thanks for playing regardless, and you made top 8, which is really impressive.
I messed up I messed up the air super that goes. That's straight down, Danny. My mistake. The dead on time is the knuckle super. My mistake.
Eternal Wings is the up one from the ground.
Yeah, you can tell because he sprouts little ethereal wings when he does it.
Okay,
He
so
flies.
next up, we're gonna have. I do want to say, I think the big thing that made that harder for Avery than it had to be was Avery was going for things that Osman had continually shown he would challenge. So like the tick throws and the JD setup on Oki, because JD is not safe to an Eternal Wings type super. So just be a little more aware of what your opponent is doing, and their resources would probably help not have to go down to the wire that much and scramble that much for the win.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem for those, like, especially when you start hitting in the high intermediate level. Then it's less about focusing on what you're enforcing your game plan is, enforcing your game plan within the context of your opponent, and that's where I say it's better to let those situations happen rather than just forcing those situations, because when you force the situations, you're gonna make a lot more mistakes, and and it's a lot easier to capitalize on those situations. But we do have our next match: Diggy Smalls versus Sylvia, Amelia versus Zato, the lore matchup. You know, it is the story of kill your abuser. You know, yeah. So and for good reason. This matchup sucks for Zato. And I wish I was kidding. It is a very bad,
no.
not in the context of Wushige. Emilia has way more than the amount of options that Zato has, especially in terms of maneuvering around Eddie, getting rid of Eddie, and just getting in. And Pin covering a lot of Zato's options. So call it karmatic justice as you will. Why this matchup is bad for Zato. Yeah. But here we go, rocking the intros here.
Let me play out. We're in top 8 after all. And we already have the lore interaction for the intro as well. No, I studied this. I studied a bit of this lore right here between these two characters. It goes very in depth.
It is very dark and very fucked up.
But anyways, we're just playing neutral at this point. Viggy already off to a good start.
All right, going in with the damn Fang. No Biru. Austin not go for the unblockable setup. I hear that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you're not prepared and you lead Eddie too far off behind you, that's what happens. Counter hit pin. Counter hit.
Now,
missed the this setup.
Ooh, no.
And luckily, Zato is very lanky, so a lot of sebs work on him on characters that normally wouldn't work on him, especially in terms of Secret Garden right here. But you can't be teching too mindlessly on that one, and that what happened with the 2H and Obiro. Viggy taking that round here into the damn thing. This block.
Now Eddie keeping up this pressure, and there's a full combo. That's going to be a good amount of damage on the table, keeping them stuck in the corner right here. It's never good, but we're just flying out because Millia, very slippery character regardless. Eddie is dead. This is the time to approach. Base the burst. Doesn't get the combo afterwards. It's okay, though. Burst is baited. And now you can't really set up Eddie when you're stuck in pressure like this. All right, bro.
Yep, Eddie is gone.
Nice blocks, and what a challenge right there for that anti-air.
No, that was actually dead angle.
Yeah, his dead angle has like uses like the worst animation. Like that his dead angle's so bad because he uses that animation.
And because of that, Zato gonna take that round. Viggy gonna take that game.
Yeah, you're right. I was like, I was so used to seeing. I barely see Zato's dead angle that I forgot what it looks like.
Yeah,
because you barely see Zato. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know it was his dead angle until my friend told me. I was like, why are you 2Hing out of pressure?
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, but that's the first game for Viggy really throwing this matchup on his head, right?
Alright, here we go. Going in to a lot of your air buttons are going to be your best friends, but you got to be careful. Sometimes you're better off just tagging Eddie, just maneuvering around, tagging Eddie with the 2P, and just taking him out because Zato becomes half a character without Eddie. Oh, tries the back dash.
Burst coming out. I'm not too sure about that burst though. Yeah, no, didn't expect that one to hit meaty right there. And now things are looking real bad for Cilia. Eddie's dead, but Viggy's still playing very patient. There's the anti-airs coming out, and you're talking about, like, you know, Millia has a very strong air approach, loves to be in the air, but Viggy has really just shown that Viggy is just really good at anti-airing you out of the air, just making sure that you cannot. That's kind of what Viggy.
I've watched Viggy play a lot. It's kind of what Viggy has built his gameplay around. Is like those tech resets with 2H and Noboru, because Noboru is his best move. Is Zato's best move. So Viggy is completely and then his JK being very active as well. Viggy has completely built his gameplay around that.
Yeah, and I think what Sylvie needs. Oh, just barely. You want to pick up with JS off that. Here comes the disc Oki. Yep. Hard knockdown with the bad moon. Gotta play around that. Burst, getting rid of Eddie. Can't just throw. And the thing, what makes it especially tough, is especially around Zato, you can't just. While Pin is a very effective tool in neutral against Zato, you can't just throw it around willy-nilly like that. As I say that, it gets in and barely clutches the second round. And you have to be a little bit more. You have to learn how to position those pins just right, because although Zato is lanky, he can alter his air presence greatly with the flight mechanic. Alright, going in, tries to go for an air throw, anti-airs with 5P. Double roll on the throw, hey, that looks familiar.
Pin is out, but now we're just guarding Pin. You will not get that back, you spent it. but gets it back anyways. Trying to escape the corner. Yeah, catches the backdash. Really smart usage of these drills right now. That's one of the key tools to use as this character, as Zato, to control neutral. YRC. Oh no, now you're stuck in the disc, and now you're stuck in this combo. Still has a lot of mirror to work with right here. Might spend it soon. Overhead going to connect. One more mix. Dead angle coming out, and it was actually blocked this time. There's the punish coming out from Sylvia. Not going to be enough to kill. He's going to set the secret garden. And yep, that's enough to kill right there. If you just get clipped by one more combo, and now Sylvia taking a game here.
I know Sylvia's been working really hard to get her secret garden setups.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see one in bracket.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is not the secret garden setup you want before, because they can just easily fuzzy out. Luckily,
I'm not sure she knows them on Zato all that well. She probably just thought this looks like it might work.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's not, Zato is not a common character, so it's not. I don't expect a lot of people to know exactly what to do. Hell, even I still have trouble getting secret garden setups on Zato because he's not a common character and he's way more lankier than he looks.
Hey, Milia's like a full-time character. You have to put so much work into learning this character and learning every single like different matchup knowledge.
But the problem is, especially when you want the most out of your Oki, then it becomes like a full-time job. Oh, messes up the disc. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We're still mashing 4H. When are we not mashing 4H and getting that throw?
Now Sylvia on set point against Viggy. Viggy's struggling a bit more because Sylvia's really mixing up their approach. There's a turbo fall coming in. We haven't been seeing those in that first game.
So much for Sylvie.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that, especially she was kind of using turbo fall, but now they are just letting those turbo fall rip, and Viggy hasn't been really punishing them because you still land with recovery after turbo fall. So it's not the smartest choice, especially.
Well, I think it's fine against Viggy because Viggy, like, the ranges he wants to play that tech chase game at, and he has been, like, is the perfect range for you to just turbo fall into him and punish him for putting up Nobu or 2H.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In the context in the match, it's fine. But just, like, in general, especially, you'll definitely see, like, and especially during these last few matches, they'll double jump and then immediately go into turbo fall. And that is a very bad habit, and one that can be very easily exploited if you're not careful. All right, going into the S6 follow-up, they kind of have to burst here. JK almost got a conversion. You have so much hits off that counter hit JD.
And so many counter hit trades going back and forth. Air to air, YRC gets counter hit out of the air, and what a conversion coming from Sylvia right there. No meaty.
Oh no!
And now things are looking really bad for both of these players. Viggy holding on this defense, trying to blitz shield through, but getting thrown, jumping out of that fake disc setup.
No,
one more hit for either player, and that's gonna be it.
No, she dropped it. And that was an easy run up 5K to close out the set, and Viggy will take that. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
The scramble was real in that final round.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff to Sylvia. Just needs to iron out those little interactions, especially with JH. It's a very common thing you'll see. That you'll get a random, you'll get a very common counter JH, and it's very important to know how to convert off that, especially with a lanky character like Zato. So, definitely try to lab more of these secret garden setups. And sometimes, even if you can't get the 2H meaty, I mean, not the 2H, 2S meaty, you can still meaty with 5K, 2S, just to lock people down. This closure, I'll probably change my spreadsheet of secret garden sets for each character.
Oh dear.
There's a lot.
Milia players really do be like those. Milia players really do be
full
those
disclosure,
full disclosure. Single setup.
That spreadsheet was given to me by another Milia player. It was passed down to me.
Yeah, I remember talking to a Milia player before. I was like, how do you block these mix-ups? And then they just send me this entire spreadsheet of just like all the mix-ups and how to block them. I'm like, awesome. This is great. I love this.
All right.
Lots of counters like the Iron Man. Kind of mashing right now. Super out.
Yeah.
Going to be blocked. Traps are still active. We're going to start spending them. Going to start using them. One more combo. Yeah, that combo will be enough to kill right there. Just a few hits. Just a couple hits. And just Avery has that first round up against Light. Really keeping Light from really just playing the game right now. Trying to zone out. But these fireballs, these rewinds are really starting to... really interrupting like the Iron Man trying to play that zoning game. In the moment tries to get in, just Avery is just stuffing all these approaches. Yeah, once again, look at that. Look at that space control from just Avery. Trying to chemical love me from full screen? Not today. Alright, notes out, trying to lock down just Avery, but an evasion out, and this combo will be enough to kill. What a strong game one for just Avery.
And Light was the one who sent Avery to losers round 1, so this is a run back.
Wait, oh yeah, you're right.
We already saw this match on stream.
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, no, just Avery kind of has the download right now. And it did come down really close in that first game, too. Even if it says a 2-0, those rounds were just very... They were nail-biting, right? They came down to the wire. Nice habits, but you cannot block forever, especially when you have to guess so much against this character. You just... All you can really hope is that, you mash out, you get out on defense, and then... You can just control the neutral, Light the Iron Man from trying to start their own offense on you. Just Avery has full mirror to work with. Stuck in the corner, YRC. Pause button, and now, oh, what a mash out! Doesn't get the full conversion afterwards, and Light the Iron Man is going to capitalize on that, taking that round. Immediate chemical love follow up, and there's the knockdown. Note Oki. Oh yeah, you gotta time that differently, or it's not gonna hit meaty. Now we are out. Just Avery, free from their coil, from this prison in the corner. But now you're right back, and we are swapping sides yet again. We're just shuffling positions. Out.
Bro, why does she have so much Riz?
Is this good? No. One more hit. One more combo. Oh, wow, hit low! And that will be enough. Just Avery takes that round here, evening it up, and now putting just Avery onto set point. We're immediately starting off with that JH. It'll be a counter hit trade. A favorable trade for Light the Iron Man, though. Going to be a good amount of damage here. Get the hard knockdown. Overhead. Oh, no. We're just throwing you into the corner. And we've seen these things happen again and again. Time and time again. Light the Iron Man without burst. And just Avery is just backing up. Playing neutral. And doing a really good job at it. I mean, we're really just mashing out of here. And the thing is, Ino's pressure is very strong, but you also have to realize that Ino's pressure is very interactive. So that compared to a lot of other characters, even if you have to guess, compared to a lot of other characters, there's many more opportunities to mash out and get out of Ino's pressure compared to other characters.
Yeah.
Instead of just blocking the entire time.
Yeah. Well, because she has to rebuy a lot, and even though you have to read the way you want to hit her at it, interact with the rebuy, it's really her buttons have a ton of pushback for that reason. Because if she could stay in constantly, and she can't redash or dash do something, she's got to hover back in. So it's difficult to deal with, but Avery was dealing with it very well right there. Okay, and definitely Avery coming back and getting the person who sent them to losers in the first round. So next up we have Junk Lion Lex versus Viggy. Now we did actually see this in one a couple of months ago, and Viggy won pretty handedly, but Lex has got a lot better since then. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, that's one of the really cool things about these kind of brackets, where it's like that beginner, intermediate, and you can see that improvement coming in live. And it's not just like those little minimal, slight improvements that you see at these higher levels. You can see like very noticeable improvements.
Zato is a character that's hard to get experience against, though. But Lex, you gotta stop mashing. Lex, stop!
Super. Oh, it will hit. Hellfire.
Misses the Keurig Tommy, that's okay. Oh, nice 5k to catch the caster on the zombie.
Are going in for the going for the red Azami. And definitely, this is definitely a tough matchup for Zato. But Viggy's looking very experienced in this matchup. You always gotta play around Azami, especially red Azami here. Going for the throw combo, barely gets in. Yes, we got those into the super.
I think that might be one of the coolest combos we've seen so far. Backing up YRC, yeah, staying safe right there. And now just rushing in and counter hit. You gotta stop mashing. Viggy can so easily capitalize off of that, especially with Eddie out. You can just keep on going for these frame traps, creating these small gaps where once you start mashing, you're going to get counter hit and you're going to get put into a full combo where you're going to be eating a lot of damage. And Viggy showing that, putting themselves 1-0 over Junk Lion right now. And these parries coming out, Junk Lion just, again, doesn't want to block. Parries mashing out. And this kind of is, it worked before, but at this level, especially against a Zato like Viggy, it's kind of to a fault. Super hit, yes it will. Oh, no it doesn't! Spending some years to stay safe. Eddie's dead, but it's okay. You're thrown in the corner, invite hell. And one more hit. Viggy just backing up right now. Oh, wow, just clipping Viking low, clipping Junk Lion low right there. And now Viggy on set point against Junk Lion. Junk Lion trying to go for these hard callouts, but Viggy never really round start jumped at that like that arc that that Junk Lion was
taking care of the Eddie here, forcing Viggy to burst here. Tatami YRC gets a little low, stagger. This is going to be a lot of damage. It might kill. Yes, it will.
Even up the rounds here. That's the first round for Junk Lions. Junk Lions still in the fight right now. Don't count them out just yet. Oh no! Gets thrown for their troubles. They made it in but couldn't capitalize off of it. Burst coming out, and this is great for Viggy. There you go. Yeah, you command grab me with damn thing so many times, I'm going to command grab you back. I think he's starting to build up this burst. Will they build up burst in time? Oh, try to go for the burst probably, but no. Didn't, came like at the very last moment, and now we are 1-1.
All right, we have a site here. Tries going for.
Yeah, once again, keeps on going for those anti-airs, but you know, Viggy never really round starts like that. Never really gets into that range, so it feels like it's a waste of a move right there, and just kind of giving Viggy space control and time to approach and start his own offense, start his own turn.
Oh,
That was
bait
a hard
with
call
the-
out on the burst.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you can definitely armor through that burst here. Looking to go for the unsummoned combo right here, using PRC, using that 50% meter to kind of recover from the whole to the heavier normals, and trap spiking with the Nibiru. Biggie on set point.
I dig bar.
Nice. Going in.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that's getting Lex is that Biggie keeps, like, anti-airing them, but then, he keeps anti-airing them, but then they don't get anti-aired a second time, and I think that, like, gives them the good brain juice. Oh, I didn't get anti-aired that time, I can keep teching into him. And then they do it again and they get anti-aired, and it's like this really weird loop. Oh,
and
wow.
throws them out of the super mid hit stop animation because it hits Eddie and not Zato. This is going to be alright. Plus frames. Has to hold this in.
Dead, no!
Just
Super
ran
will
out-
connect!
But unfortunately, kill. Biken does no damage on that super. Immediately, dead angles
Get
out.
off of me.
Tried
Go for
it,
dead man.
Biggie! Not
Eyes
the
up in
dead
the air.
man.
We're out. We're out.
And eventually clips. Junk Lion taking that set. Oh, they tried to be so cheeky with the dead man's hand command grab. That is very a weird choice, but I respect it. It is
Biggie has this, like, desire to make things on Zato that are functionally useful. And I respect it, Biggie.
Oh my goodness. That
Now we're in the
winners finals.
winter finals right now. So yeah, Clip the Kid and Jack, we're hopping back up. No more in the pits in the loser side. And now May versus Chip. I've been waiting for this matchup. I'm really excited to see how it goes. It's going to be very scrambly, very fast, based on how both these players have been playing so far. But one thing to note is that, Cliff the Kid really capitalizes on their openings a lot better than Jack. But Jack can deal so much damage out with these straight hits. I mean, we're talking about May versus Chip health. That's never a good mix.
Yeah, especially the amount of stun that May can crank out, and Chip has a glass jaw, so he's very susceptible to getting hit. So Cliff really needs to be careful on how many hits they're taking.
Okay.
All right, here we go into the TK Alpha Blade setup. There we go. Here comes the 6P. Teleporting out, catching. Oh, what an IB to 6P. Going to go for a small combo. Oh, thought they were going to get the wall there and get a knockdown off that. Drops the RC combo. Game away the RC, my beloved. Misses up the meaty, but no extension.
Man, what did I say when I was like, this is how it's going to go? It's going to be scrambling, it's going to be fast, and that's what we're saying right now. What is even going on?
Whoa! It looked like Jack just kind of hesitated a little bit, but Cliff was able to capitalize on the JH, taking that round. 5H with the stagger. Oh no! That's what I was worried about. That JD is a really great counter hit button and can stuff a lot of air buttons that May can do. So Jack really gonna have to be really careful, and hopefully a couple of those really will de-incentivize the kind of playstyle that Jack's doing right now. Oh, RC. Get into the invisible. Find me. You can't block what you can't see. Going for the burst save OTG and gonna take that round very convincingly. Cliff going up 1-0.
Yeah, looking really good right there. And we're already seeing like some really key things that Cliff is doing that is kind of throwing Jack off, like really messing with Jack's playstyle. And that's the fact that we're just blocking everything, right? And really good jump blocks as well too. It's just that's kind of nullifying stuff like JH and like the mix that the mix that Jack likes to do, because as you said before, Jack is going for these setups that don't give an overhead, and so Cliff can just sit back, block it, and then wait for his turn.
Not to mention what Cliff is not afraid to play on the ground, and he's not. It's like, okay, you want to go in the air? I'm just gonna wait for you to anti-air and then and force you to play on the ground. And you can tell that Jack's ground game not as confident as his air game. And as you saw there, not blocking the wake up, Cliff gonna deal the round with a 2K 5K.
The thing about Chip too is that, you know, Chip thrives in the ground game as well. You would think that Chip is a very airborne character, but yeah, no. Very strong ground game, very safe, normal safe specials, and can just keep staggering this offense. Cliff the Kid, bending the super, extra damage, not going to be enough to kill. One more mix will do it, and the perfect from Cliff to take game 2. One more game to go. We're just hopping right back into it. We mean all business.
All right, let's see how Jack is going to kind of adapt to this. I'm really hoping that it's a little bit more comfortable playing with the ground. We already seen the Dolphins coming out to play. Got the season pass, the Sea World coming in. You see a little bit of the negative penalty. For those of you who don't know, if you backdash or play a little too defensively, you'll enter a state called negative penalty, where eventually you will lose all of your meter. And meter is very important in this game. It is your lifeline to be able to do pretty much anything in this game. Alright, going into the teleporting out. Nice.
Okay. With DP into counter hit.
Oh, going into command grab. This is going to kill for sure. There we go.
Yeah, we don't drop those.
Cliff on set point. This is looking like a 3-0 and a handshake. Oh, but we got the regular throw. I thought that was overhead kiss for a second. Yeah, just blocking. A great air throw coming in from Jack. Can't play YRC looking to get that air throw. FDC cancel with a delayed air dash. We are now peeling back the layers of the mix-up opportunities, and we're seeing just how far the chip mix goes. With the empty jump low, TK Alpha Blade setup, immediately bursting out, trying to get out of the corner. PRC using that 50% meter to cancel the end lag of some things. Oh, that
JP comes falling down.
Oh, that could have been a conversion. It got the first two combos. Going for the Gavin Blade OTG, and Cliff the Kid gonna seal it with a 3-0 and handshake. Going to be sitting pretty in grand finals on the winner side.
Yeah, looking extremely good with Kaisujin out of the way. Cliff the Kid now is in grand finals winner's side, and yeah, no, that's second place at least confirmed. And Cliff the Kid just sitting pretty comfortably up there, just waiting to see who is going to be the challenger that's going to face Cliff on top of that mountain that is grand finals. And that's going to be between 3 players. Will it be Jack with the run back? Will it be just Avery? Or will it be Biggie Smalls? Well, we'll see who out of these 2 players will be moving on to play against Jack, as just Avery and Biggie Smalls lock right in and start this match off. Zato versus Bedman. This is losers semifinals.
This is definitely a blue collar battle right here. and let me tell you, once these characters have trouble getting started, but like I said earlier, once they do get started though, there's not a lot each character can do other than pray to God they drop the setup and hope they guess right.
You gotta go back to your 9 to 5 after this.
Yeah. Back to the automation plant with Yi into the corner. Listen, the counter hit Nobiru, not able to capitalize on it as much as you could because he's very far away to get that Nobiru. We'll generate a lot of stun with that. YRC,
Oh, wow.
JK. So, for those of you who don't know, YRC is a mechanic in this game. You spend 25 meter as long as your opponent is not blocking or being hit, and you basically have a bit of a slowdown. The interesting to note, a YRC, depending on when you YRC, you can carry momentum. That's what Biggie Smalls did there, using the momentum from the YRC to get a weird angle off the JK for a jump in. Very smart.
Really nice blocks from Just Avery, but you can't block forever, and Viggy will find that opening one way or another. Hard knockdown, and now Eddie is just being threatened, has it active, and now we're just taking turns and mashing out.
Yeah, great fuzzy match from Avery, just paying attention to that Eddie meter, and then once they saw that the Eddie meter was out, they were mashing 2P. Well, we got a counter hit, no Biro, base the burst! Oh, this is not a good situation for Avery! Into the counter hit, no Biro, takes out Eddie, but might just chill with 6P, and you're stunned! Juggling into the invite hell! Biggie Smalls taking game number 1!
Oh, man.
Oh, what a round.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're in game 2. Once again, starting it off patient, starting it off slow. But this is just the calm before the storm. And Biggie Smalls here is that natural disaster, that tornado just rushing right in front of Just Avery's face. Eddie is dead, however, so Biggie Smalls is looking more like a windstorm instead.
Alright, zoning out with Zato, just getting little small hits here and there just to clear out Eddie. Now the thing is, you can hit Eddie, but you can also hit Zato when he's forcing the block or hit, and Eddie does go away after that. So many different ways to get rid of Eddie here, but Eddie's gonna come out and play with the buzzsaw. Oh no! Drops the combo! Sees the gap, but drops it again!
Spinning drill, spamming out Eddie, and Eddie's dead once again. No!
Well, again, with that YRC getting that weird angle, Buzzsaw coming out to play with the damn thing, going for the unblockable, doesn't even need it, has the damage to kill him with the damn thing. Biggie Smalls on set point.
First being spent very early, but Biggie Smalls just trying to get this corner position against Avery. Blocks the Beyblade, and there's the punish coming out. Back into the corner you go, and back into this pressure you go. Eddie is taking a bit of time to recharge, but it looks like we're going to see it spent very soon. The moment that Biggie can get out of this suffocating pressure that Avery is placing on top of him. And now Eddie is active. Once again, just dead, bursting out. It's okay though, when you do burst Eddie recharges very fast. It's just a very small amount of downtime, and Biggie Smalls gonna lose that round against Avery.
Alright, so now up, going with the far slash coming in by Drill, using the bedman stance. The little walk that he does has a little bit of iframes, so you can use that to teleport and really get behind him. Biggie Smalls. Oh no, bed slam.
No.
Okay, JD, this is looking pretty bad. Goes for the cross up. They trade. Hit on the bed slam, and just Avery going to switch that out. Just relentless Oki right there.
That was really tricky. I for sure did not block that Nix.
Most players cannot. Alright, so they're going into 1-1. This is the final game. Winner of this goes or loses finals to face Jack here.
I think both these players have played against Jack so far. No, it's just Viggy.
Just Viggy.
So yeah, Viggy might get that run back. or just Avery might get the first match to see how well they fare against Jack. But before we even get to that, you got to get out of this Zato pressure first. Viggy with such a commanding lead, and that combo is going to make that lead even bigger with a round up for Viggy, placing Viggy on to set point. Once again, we're just backing up, playing patient. You don't have to do much. You just need to see what Avery's going to do, and you can just air dash right over all those options. Anti-air coming out into the corner. You go. Eddie is active. Overhead going to connect. Burst. Stay in the corner. You think you can mash out of my pressure? Not today. JK, invite hell, and Eddie once again active.
Alright, going for the ball. Yep, going for the. Oh no, mess up the unblockable setup. It's okay. You're still gonna RC, get as much damage as you possibly can, and Viggy just getting that set 2-1. They're going to get the run back with Jack over here.
Yeah, that last game was just all Viggy. Viggy was in control that entire time. And now, yeah, losers finals playing against Jack now.
Alright, let's see what it do, baby. Let's see if so Viggy has plenty of time to really kind of study and answer. Oh, we have this green screen. Duff, can you do me a favor? For the green screen, can you put the KOF 98 beach stage?
Oh,
damn. Fair enough. But next time, though. Next time. Also, we are in the Waffle House here. Going into...
Yeah, this will be a run back, keep in mind, because Jack actually sent Viggy down to losers. But it was a 2-1, and if you can take a game, you can take the set, and I think Viggy is on a roll right now. Such a huge ride of momentum at this moment, and momentum is such an important thing.
Yep. Although getting rid of Eddie, but stuffing the approach with the drill, Viggy looking much stronger this time. And oh, what a perfectly spaced I-80 back to punish the Dolphin. Punishes the 6K overhead. Oh, air throw. Oh, this data is looking pretty download to me. My man is on gigabit internet right now.
I mean, you gotta keep in mind, like, remember how good that last game looked? Viggy versus Jack? Viggy was on top of those anti-airs, air-to-airs, and on top of, like, the mix, the blocking, just kind of download those habits that Jack is making just so obvious right now, but that anger is so big, so if you miss space just a tiny bit, you're gonna get hit. And now the rounds are evened up. Game 1, beach ball out, trying to get in. And will find their way in. Dolphin ready. Applause for the victim. Oh no!
Oh, tries to go for the IED combo right here. Oh, mate's catching. Jack is catching Viggy on these fuzzy jumps. You can't be doing that. This is definitely a part where most players get tilted off that. You gotta keep your cool.
There's the 2H's coming down. Getting thrown. One more mix will do it. Double overhead. Nice blocks. The shield going to connect. Going to seal a bit of burst. And the super coming out. Going to get stuffed though by Eddie. And Viggy punishing it right away.
Uh-oh.
As meter. Oh. Didn't recover in time. Either that or press the button. I think that might be the latter.
So Viggy taking some time. Just kind of just alright. I need to chill out.
Letting the intros play out yet again. Oh no, we're just going to. Yeah. You know, I want to believe that Jack let their intro play and then just skip Viggy's. I mean, to be honest, Jack has been going for all these IKs, right?
Nah, only the one. Oh no. Immediately bursting in. And he's just... Now Viggy is just struggling to anti-air. This is looking pretty bad for our hero here.
But
Our
our
meaty
hero is
buzzsaw.
back. And if we know anything about heroes, they have plot armor and they can make this comeback if they lock in. And PRC anti-air might just be it. No full conversion. Oh, 6H will connect right there. And that will be enough to kill, taking that round. And when things were looking really good for Viggy before, now things are suddenly starting to swap back and really, really be calling back to that previous set.
Alright, going in. Alright, going in. Nice blitz shield coming in from Viggy. RC.
I think something Jack is doing really well is layering in stuff as he needs to. Like if he stops winning an interaction, he's like, with the thing he was doing, he just starts doing something that like he hasn't represented at all before. I think that makes it harder to kind of deal with the stronger stuff he's representing.
Yeah, for sure. And here, Eddie out. We're just going to block all this. FD push block, and there it is. It was going to come at some point.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. You're more susceptible to damn Fang when you're FDing like that.
I want to see some OHK though. Wait, if you're getting damn Fang, you should do OHK on his ass.
Oh! Blocks the unblockable. Technically, it is a hard unblockable, so if you mess it up, you know, you can fuzzy block it if you're really good enough.
2H coming down. An anvil on your head.
Oh. We have the meaty buzzsaws immediately dead angling out, getting rid of Evie, mashing throw. Nobiru. Nice JD for the air to air. Another JD, just taking, and you can't be jumping around like that, especially when you got Eddie near you, and because Nobir gonna chomp you. Ugh, gonna chomp you. Gonna eat your legs.
Yeah, really just every single time. Every single time. Like, I feel like you just cannot jump full screen like that against Viggy, because Viggy's going to hit you every single time with that Nobir.
Immediately bursting out. Gotta watch out for the dead zones. There you go.
Something we seen that was really good from Viggy before was Viggy was running under those two J2Hs, but not doing it so much now. And I'm not too sure exactly what Viggy is trying to look out for, or is just like overloaded by like what exactly to do in this matchup, because now things are looking so much worse.
Alright, gonna get a small anti-air conversion here. JD conversion, come here. Meaty buzzsaw, immediately dead angling out. Alright, blitz shield. Meaty buzzsaw. Gotta hold all this. Going for the unsummoned setup. Meaty buzzsaw. Quadruple hit with the delay overhead. Looking to get the throw, but doesn't get it quite yet. Air throw. Viggy slowly but surely adapting. Both players have bursts. Not the worst situation in the world.
We're just going back and forth right now.
Tries to build a wall with that charge JD drill.
You know what, these J2Hs still working out for still working out as strong as ever for Jack.
There's the 2H trade. That was what Viggy is looking for, but another combo drops it right there. Probably could have got a little bit more damage. Looking for the burst here, trying to keep it burst safe. Here comes the meaty buzzsaw. Oh, basic
Nice
setting,
block
but
on the
doesn't get a
fuzzy.
punish off it.
That was a good block on the fuzzy by Jack.
Yeah, try to get a little too greedy right there.
Buzzsaw immediately bursting out. Doesn't want anything to do with this pressure. JD. Mini Buzzsaw again. On summons. Oh, what a 2H read right there. Just saw that a mile away. Gotta watch out. This man is not jumping. Here comes 2H. RC's got a hard knockdown. This is looking pretty good. On summon. May has a lot of guts. You gotta be careful. Dead angles baits it. No punish though.
Has a lot of health to work with though, so Viggy can just back up like we're seeing right now. And we're in the J2H counter hit, hard knockdown, Blitz Shield coming out, go to burst the Blitz Shield, and Super is active, the whale Yamada-san. But now you have a no meter, and Viggy has so much health to work with, and you're in the air, and you will be snatched up by Viggy with that anti-air. That is one game up and one game away from winning the set.
Alrighty, Viggy making the necessary adaptations, definitely playing a lot more reactively to Jack, which is kind of what you need for a player like Jack. You can't get tilted, you gotta keep a cool head. Nod your head, move on to the next interaction. Great counter hit JD coming in with Nobiru again, catching Nobiru doing a lot of work here. Especially with JD. Another throw again. Dead angles out.
And you know what? I think if you're Viggy, I think you're comfortable with just making these small mistakes here and there, like getting hit by J2H every now and then, blocking J2H every now and then. Because really, you have to think about like what exactly is Jack getting off of these? Not much, right? Jack really is just being like J2H and then nothing afterwards. No combos. It's just that one hit, and that one hit is not enough damage to be a threat, right? So Viggy can just like play passive and accept making mistakes, but the moment that they really start to, press on them, confident that they can anti-air him, then things start to look much more in Viggy's favor because Viggy can capitalize off of them so much better.
Oh, here comes the counter hit Nobiru setups again.
These are two like really hard players to play against because like Jack has really good movement, really good utilization of his normals and May's jump arc, and Viggy just like resets you into the air 5 times in a row, and you just waste your meter if you block it, or you get counter hit if you don't.
Oh no, gets hit by the whale.
I think Viggy tried to jump up and fly over Yamada-san, but you cannot do that.
Oh, nice block on the fuzzy.
Yeah, no, you can. It's just in that situation, you are just better off blocking.
Yeah.
Oh, they tries to make the burst.
Yeah, right here. There it is.
Yep, OTG drill. Viggy on set point. Jack on game point. You can't be just thrown out. You're starting to catch on with these JDs. There you go. Spacing out much better with the counter hit Nobiru. Trying to take the tech option with JD. JD, a button doing really good work in this matchup right now.
Surprise May hasn't gotten stunned yet. With all these counter hit JDs. Oh, nice! We got the combo! Let's go! 2-2.
Oh no. Jack is leveling up. It's suddenly getting a lot scarier. May with combos. It's over.
Just needs to do the air combo.
That's the number 7 clip says. Combo trial number 7. Let's go.
Yeah, the thing is like, ooh. Hold on. Yeah, really good. The thing is like Jack is winning a lot more neutral interactions than Viggy. You have to understand that. And that's not like once Jack can really start making full use of these openings, then it's really going to start like breaking down for Viggy. But at this point right now, like Viggy is still holding on, and there's a throw on wake up. Eddie taking turns. Nice block on the overhead.
Going in with the air throw, drill, Nobiru, definitely. So Viggy, yet again, on set point.
And looking a lot better too, because last time it was a round tie. Now Vig is actually a round up in this one.
Well, tries to go for the sandwich pressure here. We haven't seen the sandwich pressure option been adopted yet. Gonna get a small counter hit combo. JD doing a lot of work right now, but we get the counter hit coming in. OTG. Oh, counter hit J2H. Oh no! Full stick of butter.
Oh, there we go. That's the combo.
All right.
I saw Espada in the chat tell him it's H Dolphin, not S Dolphin, and now he's actually getting the combo. Let's go.
All right. Both these players, they're. Oh, now you can just tell these players are just trying to air each other, and Zato has a little bit of a harder time. With the exception of JD here, Nobiru coming in clutch. Look at the counter hit. Oh my god, these two are jumping around like Mexican jumping beans. Oh no.
It's back and forth. Bliss Shield being spent. That's a meter off the table. And that's a burst off the table for Jack. Jack believes in this. And Biggie still has burst on the table as well. Yamada-san coming out will actually answer your Biggie, and Jack just barely takes it 3-2 over Biggie to move back into grand finals. We are going to be seeing the run back versus Cliff the Kid. Well played to both of the players, really bringing it the distance. I think that has to be the closest set that we've seen so far.
Yeah, unfortunately, if Biggie did not press the button there, all he had to do was wait, he'd fly a little higher, and he was good. He definitely had a chance of.
Yeah, the panic, the nerves for both the players, right? I mean, we are in the top 3. We're in the podiums. We're in the podium spots. So I fully understand being nervous, dropping things, making rash decisions that you're going to regret later. But that's all part of the competition. That's all part of really keeping these stakes high up, and the excitement so high up. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of that, I believe so, with like Jack and Cliff coming up. This is grand finals. This is going to decide who wins Training Mode Network for Xer tonight.
Alrighty.
Looks like both players getting on top of the cabs. Both readied up. Both locking in, loading into the game. Chip Zanov, May. This is going to be either explosive or going to be a long, drawn out fight. Jack's already played against Cliff before, so of course there always is that run back potential. But you got to keep in mind, Cliff made it 3-0 over Jack in a very dominating fashion, so it could also be a rerun of that. It's going to be a tough fight for Jack, remember, because you have to win 2 sets in a row. You are on loser's side.
All right, coming in with the air throw. Fault defense cancel. JD cross up. Here we go. Tries to bait the burst with a 5P here. You got plenty of room to work with. Cliff hanging on the walls. IB punish on the Dolphins here. Tries to go for an IB throw, but gets to immediately bursting.
Trying to catch May in the air at some point. Blitz shield, okay. Good use of mirror, back to neutral. Gotta keep in mind though, keep those anchors. Oh, keep that anchor away from you. You gotta respect those giant buttons. Just weave in and out like a needle. Counter hit. Cliff the Kid gets that knockdown. There's the cross up. One more combo afterwards. One more hit. We're at full screen, turning on that invisibility, cranking it on. Hopefully trying to make sure that you cannot see him. How do you block that?
Oh, what a great air throw coming in from Cliff. And just letting Jack just run their meter out and just abusing the negative penalty. It's like, I have the life lead. I don't have to make the play. You do. with the JS stall, going for the empty load this time out in the cross-up. Another one, baits the burst, that is burst safe. Going in for a hard knockdown, goes for the delay air dash to bait the blitz option. Beta blade.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, going into the wall clink setup. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Lot of guts.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. Especially in Hellfire, a lot of those multi-hitting moves will shred through guts like it's nothing. So, very good stuff coming in. Coming in from Cliff. So they're gonna put themselves up on 1-0.
Could be potentially be a 2-0-2 if Cliff the Kid keeps those momentum going up, but Jack already putting a stop to that 5D going to hit and stealing that burst from Cliff. And you know what? I think Cliff is just comfortable with spending bursts like this, you know? Even if it's not going to go to really any big full combo, because Cliff just keeps Jack in their pressure for so long. It feels like they don't have to use burst all that much, and they can just recover it passively over time. Air throw, air shuriken, stay there, in the cross up. That health is flashing, and once again, full screen Yamada-san teleporting right through, playing impatient because, you know, you can't get a punish on it if you block it normally. So Cliff the Kid playing very smart, goes for that teleport, gets that guaranteed punish, and now one round up here in game 2. Cliff once again looking incredibly strong. And looking incredibly strong with that air throw across the same side right there, same side overhead mix. And we're just mashing out right now. Jack does not want to hold any of it, and you can't, because if you just continue to hold on to this, then Cliff is going to keep mixing you for eternity.
Alright. Barely recovers from the Gamma Blade. Tries to go for the apply more pressure with the RC. Using 50% to Red Roman cancel over here. Go. A lot of risk build up here. Alright, slowly going down. And air throws the Dolphin. Cliff just catching them on those dolphins, saying you can't throw those out. I'm waiting for them.
Yeah, seriously, these air throws are on point. And now we are in game 3, Cliff here. One game away from winning the entire thing, and Jack yet to really find any footing.
And it can be hard to find your footing with a high-speed mix-up character like Chip. It's if you're not careful and you're not sure what to do, it's just a lot of the time it just feels like you're getting mixed which way to Sunday. You're not sure what's going on. It makes it especially hard when he's invisible like that. The stall JS to avoid any blitz shield reaction. Another one going in for the Guts Crush Super. Cliff the Kid on tournament point this time.
Both players burst on the table. Immediate counter to start us off, in an immediate burst being taken. Cliff has a V feeling so good right now. 60% of that life is already gone. Cliff has burst on the table. Can just play patient right now. Can play as passive as he wants, as aggressive as he wants. Still have to be careful with these mash outs, with these counter hits that Jack is threatening though. Some more combos. That health is flashing, has the meter. One more hit, one more conversion will turn this round into a tournament win for Cliff.
Working with a full stick of butter, spacing out with JD. Oh, I know exactly what he's doing. He's trying to fish for IK. Yeah, there it is. Toxic. Oh, he baits the burst. You toxic motherfucker.
Bro, baited the burst too. Holy shit.
Oh,
the last thing to really make that perfect, it was if Cliff threw the burst. But regardless, Cliff
I don't think he could because of the Yamada, but yeah.
Oh my.
5D versus Dolphin. 5D anti-airing Dolphin was hilarious though.
Oh my god. Well, that concludes this edition of TMN. Cliffican is your Exer champion for this week. Congratulations, getting one on the board. Just needs one more to graduate with the 300 check. Jack, excellent work run. I can't wait till you actually get those combos down pat.
Yeah, I think when Jack gets combos down, like, he'll be really hard to deal with. His neutral is already so good. And, you know, you can always, you know, get the hop on dolphin stuff. That's another big, like, leap into being good at the skate version of May. But yeah, definitely.
I think the first thing they need to do is learning how to combo to Sega. Getting that hard knockdown, setting up the dolphins. That alone is going to immediately make them 10 times more scary.
Exactly, because remember how, like, Jack is the one who's winning most interactions in so many of the sets that we see Jack playing in. So the moment those combos get down, it's over. Pack it up, boys.
Alrighty.
Get scared. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Let me ask Cliff who we should raid.
So I will take a moment here to shill Exer Step. Exer Step is a beginner and intermediate Exer bracket I host on a bi-weekly basis. You'll see it in the promotion channel. We do have another Exert Step coming up this upcoming Monday. Hope to see y'all there. I actually removed the restriction on, if you graduated from any of the other beginner brackets, you're not allowed. That restriction is gone. So now, if you graduate any of Only Mids, TMN, whatever, or even NKO, you are allowed to still play an Exert Step. Think of it as collecting your gym badges for the Exer Gauntlet.
Do you have anything you want to shill, Celtic Boy?
No, not really anything too much. It's really just, you know, I have socials at the @SaltShaker_ Twitter. That's really about it. Anything else, you can find me under the same name.
Yeah, I do have one more thing to show. We do have our monthly local at Indianapolis. So if you're in the Midwest area, come out to Fight Club. We're running Under Night. We're running Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. We're obviously running Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6. Last time we had 112 attendees. Last time we had this. So hopefully we can keep that energy up. We'd love to see you guys in person if it's possible. If not, not a big deal. I'm slowly working on pushing to run Exerd at Fight Club. But for now, those are the 4 games that we are running. So yeah. No problem. Bye.
Nothing more I say, nothing changed by words, nothing changes anyway, only time passes, that's just a way how it is. Someone must be thinking so. I cannot do anything for you. I hope talking is not in my line. If I can meet you somewhere, I'll be there at your side with a smile. Can't do anything else, oh, nothing, nothing, nothing else. There are things I can't forgive. There are
trying to convince. I cannot do anything for you. Hi ho, talking is not in my line. If I can meet you somewhere, I'll be there just sideways.